We're live. Is that new? Is that something new? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me, looks like my computer is trying to update itself. Already? Okay.
You need me in the team? Just make sure the rest keep up.
I did not realize that, the music was cutting into the mic so bad. So I've turned the music down a little bit. Let me know if it sounds okay. Get this set up a little bit. Oops. Oh, criminy. All right. So the plan is to start up the SR-150. Start that up. Get it started. Let's get it started, guys. Let's get the SR-150 started, and then I'm going to drain the oil. Let me just get my thing up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Just pulling up the maybe let's skip this ad, or skip this song too. All right, let's get to it. Let's see if I can start up the SR-150. I've not started this thing in a while, but we'll see if it'll work. I'll try and kickstart it first. If that doesn't work, then I could try and use the electric starter. Hopefully Tom is not going to try and jump off of there. I'll try and start it up. Just that choke up. The gas on. Looks like it's on. It's definitely not very fun to kick with this foot peg on here now. It would have been nice if this thing would not be in the way, but I talked to my buddy. He said it seemed like it didn't have much of a kick on it anyway, so we'll see. Okay. This stupid thing. I'm gonna take this peg off. Took me all but 10 kicks to say nope, not doing that. Let me take this peg off real quick. What's going on? Minnow win. There's now more bikes and gremlins. Yep. It rained the other day and got a little bit of a duplication out here at Fang's Garage. This is the SR-150 dirt bike that I've been fixing up for my buddy. I'm gonna take this peg off real quick and see if I can kickstart it. I'm trying to do an oil change on it real quick while I work on the other bike. So yeah, I need to get this foot peg off and give me a little more room to kick this thing. You just pull this little cotter pin out real quick. I'm here with Courtney, Gizmo, and I think this is the Flasher Gremlin. I don't think this guy's name is Tom. I'll keep calling him Tom though. That's what he claimed his name was, so we'll see. Alright, let me pull this thing out. Come here. Get over here, you stupid cotter pin. I'll show you who's boss. I guess you're boss. I guess the cotter pin is definitely boss. It's showing me who's boss. Gosh, let me get something a little bit harder to grab it with. Oh, sheesh. That little thing was in the way. I'm trying to start this bad boy. Yes, I am. Sea-Doo Master. What's going on, Sea-Doo Master? The Master of Sea-Doos is here, folks, along with Milo HAS1B. Nice. Blaker. You're the first one in the chat to mention that. Oops. First one in the chat to mention it, Blaker. And of course, I'm joined here by Tommy Boy. Tom gets a little bit excited to be here working on the bikes. That's why he decided to hop off and say, "What's up, Blaker?" Or Blackster. I'm not sure if that's how you say the username. All right, buddy. Stay there. Me too. Okay. Where'd my, there it is. Grab this cotter pin off here. Huh. Well, or you could just break it. That's probably easier, huh? Break it and yank the two pieces out. There's one. There we go. Easy enough. Okay, now let's start it. Save this for later. It'll start now. Might help if it was in the, what is it? That's in the on position. All right. It's gonna start. Let me try it with no choke. She wants to go. She's just being shy. Just camera shy. Sorry. Let me find this choke lever. Almost.
Why waste energy not loving your body?
Come on.
A woman has an average of 80 summers in her life.
Hand pump it? No? Getting a little tired here. Holding the choke with my left hand.
It's like, maybe we can do it with bass. I spent one evening.
You saw it start though. You heard it, right? You heard it. I know you heard it.
By morning, a customized solution that actually works.
Our first day was crazy.
People standing in line outside the door.
Thank you for making it happen.
I think it was the
tried
second
no
day
choke.
when we realized we were starting to sell out.
We had a list of over 100 girls that were just waiting for our restock.
That got me really surprised because I knew it's really important that I generate new inventory very fast. So me on my
I think it's because of the music. It's because the music shut off. And because I'm wearing a jacket. I'm getting a little bit steamy. There we go. Almost got it. Oh, I know. My leg is cramped up. Channel chatter. Me and Channel Chatter go way back. We used to chat on different channels back in the, right when the internet started. We'd always be chatting about dirt bikes and getting leg cramps. Come on. Do it for Sea-Doo Master right here. Well, got it started. Let's see. Bro failed. I did fail Fly Fizzy. Sorry about that. What's up, Godspeed? It's about the stupidest waste of time I've ever wasted my time on. Thank you, Johnny Parsons. How are you doing, Johnny? Needs carb work for sure. I agree. Check. Z4i. Jumpstart. Second gear. Look at the gut. I know, Fly Fizzy. Check out my sweet gut. What's going on, Chem Dara and Grass Bass? What's going on? Matt Villanueva's here, guys. Gave it a little bit more throttle for you, Matt Villanueva. I think I need to maybe clean out the carb again. It's been sitting for, I don't know, 2 months. I haven't started it or so, a month and a half. You guys saw it when I started it last. And yeah, it's been sitting. I'm gonna try and get the electric start hooked up real quick. I got the starter relay and stuff for it, so I'd like to try that out and see if I can make that work. Tom seems to think it's a great idea, right, Tom? I think so. Let's see here. I had a starter relay that I was fooling around with. That probably wasn't enough to heat up the oil. Let me try and start it one more time and see if I can keep it running for just a little bit longer and get a little more heated up. I'll change the oil on it, or at least drain it while I'm doing this other thing. Check out my gut, Fly Fizzy. You like that? You like that? I know you like it. Guess I gotta hold the choke for a little bit longer. Alright, that's pretty good enough. Well, I guess I'll probably clean out the carburetor one more time before I give it back to my buddy. It's been sitting for a while, so probably be best to do that anyways. I don't think this man has ever ate a sweet potato. Pine Bully, you are correct. I have actually never eaten a sweet potato. I've eaten lots of stuff. I've eaten sweet and sour chicken. I've eaten sweet tarts. I've eaten freaking pretty much anything else but sweet potatoes. I don't know why. Never. Well, actually, I've eaten a sweet potato fry. Does that count? I like the idea, though. I like where you're going with this. Let's set up a sweet potato recipe website.
On the platform,
yo, the gremlin plushie is W. You are 100% correct, Elliot. How you doing, Elliot? Me and Elliot go way back. We used to be riding dirt bikes out in Glamis every weekend. We'd be out there bombing the freaking dunes with Gizmo and the Gremlin, just going through the whoops, just whoop, 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 whoop. Just wide open throttle all the way through YZ250s. Gizmo rode a YZ250 back in the day. That was his preferred bike. I wonder if he collects roadkill. Frederick, go check out my latest video. I was talking about skinning a raccoon. Yes, I do collect roadkill. Dirt and street, nice. Exactly, user. Roadkill is fine if you know it's for, oh, fresh. Yeah, I need to, I actually, I lost the footage on it. First video on my channel, I was out riding and I saw a dead deer on the side of the road and pulled over and looked at it, and there was a baby deer hanging out of it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's brutal. But I have the footage of it, I can't find it. I don't know if I'd want to post it anyways. Maybe I'm like Nature is Metal or something. Alright, get this drain plug out. I'm guessing this is the drain plug. 17. Looks like a drain plug. This thing takes, I think it's 4 tablespoons of oil on the SR150. See if this thing has a crush washer on it. Yeah, and it's crushed. Maybe the other one had a crush washer on it and it's just completely flattened. No, sheesh. Let's stand this thing up and make sure it gets all the oil out. There we go. I probably should have a dirt bike stand. I don't work on dirt bikes really, but pretty useful to have one. Let me see if I can get something to hold this up while I cut the scooter a little bit, cut the seat. Something I wanted to take care of tonight. Cut the back side of the seat. What's going on, Lizard King? Lizard King himself is here. What's going on, William? How you doing, buddy? Big Will is in the house. Big Will is here, folks. Me and William go way back. We actually used to work at the is at a sombrero taco shop in South Texas. William and Gizmo all worked at the sombrero taco shop. Gizmo was in charge of all the rolled tacos. William was doing all the horchatas and taking the orders. And I actually had to clean the restroom there. That was like not the greatest job that I ever had. But, you know, it was an honest paying job. We were just working there every night, closing, just like making sure that we had all the stainless steel all cleaned off, and Gizmo was screwing around. He'd be just sitting around eating churros. I said, you got to do something, man. I'm trying to get this place cleaned up, and you're just sitting there eating churros. And Gizmo just like walked away and sat out in the lobby, was on his cell phone. I said, you're being really rude, dude. We're not only coworkers, but we live together. And he didn't care. So, some friend Gizmo is. At least when it comes to being a coworker, he's not the greatest, as you guys probably know by now. But yeah, just at the sombrero taco shop, just every night until 2 a.m., just taking orders in the drive-thru, just hanging out. William was just trying to take his break, and then Gizmo would just disappear, and Gizmo would be like, I need to go to the bathroom, and then William would be like, hey, we have to actually, I thought you were supposed to cover my spot, and then Gizmo would just go in the bathroom and lock it. He'd been there for 20 minutes. And then I would see he was online. He was playing, he was actually playing the original Snake game a lot back in the day. That and Flappy Bird, when the whole Flappy Bird controversy came out, I don't know if you guys realize that, but that's probably where you recognize me from. I actually was the co-creator for Flappy Bird, the viral game. I was the co-creator for the advertisement for it. I created the font for the little F, L, A, P, P, Y, the whole thing. So yeah, I was a major pivotal role in the whole Flappy Bird craze. I guess you could call it. Of course, we had to shut down Flappy Bird after a while because it was just the madness of it was kind of destroying everybody's lives. I said, I can't do this anymore. I got to settle down. Courtney was actually, Courtney was actually in charge of the marketing at the time for Flappy Birds LLC. And she said, we can't take this kind of workload right now. The servers are going down. We cannot handle this much data coming in and going out, and the uploads and downloads are too much. Google Play is contacting us night and day. They're saying, you got to take down Flappy Bird. We had to do it, guys. I really had no choice. Because if I did, I would have kept it up. If you want my honest opinion.
Create a website that looks like you know what you're doing, even if you don't.
Nice, Lizard. Sam Johnson says, you suck. Oh, nice. Well, thank you for that, Sam. Yeah, William started out handing out hot sauces, worked his way all the way up from the bottom to the top, guys. He was really killing it back in the day when we were working at Sombreros. Alaska Fishin' says, I have 2 Honda 250R ATVs, 1998 and 1989. Nice. That's sick, man. Are you doing anything to him, Alaska? Sorry, I'm grabbing my safety goggles and stuff so I could use a grinder. Are you, did you restore them? Or we were co-owners of a mobile petting zoo where the animals pet you back. Wow, that's cool, Lizard King. I'll have to check that out. That sounds interesting. That sounds like something that Gizmo would be interested in. Alright, let me get this grinder going. Guys, I'm going to be using the Drill Master brand Harbor Freight angle grinder to cut this seat a little bit. I'm still waiting for that oil to drain. I'm going to cut this rear section of the seat off. Yeah, so if you're using headphones or speakers, you might want to turn it down for a second while I do that, because it could potentially blow out your eardrums. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, let me make sure you guys can see real quick before I start. Yeah, you can pretty much see it. Let's see. See if I move it a little bit more. Alright. Get the grinder going. Earplugs. Alright, so that is cut down finally. That's cool. Now I can see where the seat is going to end. I do want to try and get this thing started still. I did charge up the battery for the scooter, so that'll be good to go as far as testing. and hopefully that'll solve the problem with it not sparking. I also need to make a couple of bungs for the back part of the seat right here, or the seat pan support right here, to hold this up so it's nice and solid whenever the seat pan goes on top of here. And then I can get some cardboard and start designing the seat pan, and then I'll cut it out of sheet metal and weld it up and put it on here. They're both built. The 89 has a Lone Star frame. Nice. That sounds cool. Gizmo down. We need jelly water ASAP. Oh, I did not realize that Gizmo was actually, like he fell over. But I probably should give him a little drink, guys. He is a little bit parched. He has not eaten dinner yet, and he is a late eater, so he's doing a little bit of intermittent fasting because his gut, as I think it was, who was it that pointed out my gut earlier? What about Gizmo's gut? He's got a little bit of a gut. But we probably should give him a little drink out of the fighting jellyfish water, guys. Again, he does get really excited whenever he gets near the fighting jellyfish water. He wants to get in there and play with them. Unfortunately, he is not allowed to, but I'll just give him a little tiny taste and just see if he wants some. I'm not sure. This is actually, I'm not sure if you're actually allowed to cross these two species. Let me pop this thing off. Kind of hard to see because of the, they actually excrete a sort of pus, basically it's a self-defense mechanism. But I'm just gonna give him a little. He seems to like it, guys. He actually is on the headset asking me if he can get a Zantac. I'm not sure if that's related, but it is a good measure to get Gizmo hydrated and keep him going through the project. Thanks for the suggestion, Lizard King. What's going on, Road King? How you doing, buddy? Here with the crew again. Just trimmed off this piece of the seat pan part. So basically, this was sticking out past this. Cut it down. The seat is gonna stop right here, and then I'm either gonna utilize this tab right here for a seat mount, like a bracket, or I'm gonna completely cut that off or use it for something else. Maybe possibly the brake light right here. For now, I'm gonna put the scooter on hold for a second, and I'm gonna go back to the SR150. Little dual wielding on the projects here. I'm gonna put the oil back, the drain plug back on. And see how it looks. Looks okay. I'll show you guys. Here's the drain plug, little diagnosis here. What do you think? Looks like caca. It looks like I have been chosen by the orcs in Lord of the Rings. I'm highly tempted to do what I want to do and take Gizmo and turn him into the little fuzzy orc that he truly is. Except I don't want to mess up his fur like that. Instead, I'll just throw a little bit on here.
Roughly 37% of filers qualify.
Little piece of the SR150.
No
Let me
except for earned income tax,
skip this out.
child tax credit, and student loan interest.
Real quick.
File now.
All right. Don't look over there. Okay. I'm gonna put the drain plug back on. It is a magnetic drain plug. I would have assumed so because this thing does not have a oil filter on it. So. Okay. Make sure I got all the oil out that I can. Oh, a little bit more came out. Maybe I'll let it drain for a little bit longer then. Let's see. I wonder if there's a way I can like prop it up against. I could probably tie it to that air compressor. That'll probably work. Yeah, why not? Let's try it. When you need to do something, just freaking do it already. All right, just freaking do it. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go grab something that I believe should work. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Don't see what one is. Let's see. Unless the air compressor is not heavy enough. I think it'll be heavy enough. Okay, so here's the idea. Sorry guys, let me read through your comments real quick. What's going on, Floki's Angels? How you guys doing? Bart. Yes, Lizard King. Rayburn. Chris still exists. He's still here. Didn't have to leave today. Some new light has been shown on the subject. Just got done going live and enjoying your amazing show. I'm glad to hear, Floki's Angels. Glad to hear you're still here, Chris. Your video earlier on that spinny thing is hilarious. Thanks, Floki's Angels. Thank you, Floki. Thank you, Angel, and thank you, Chris. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to hear everything is doing good for you guys. And I'm glad to see you're here. I'm going to try a little harebrained idea. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I'm going to use the ratchet strap as a sort of little thing to hold the dirt bike up. I don't see why this wouldn't work. It's literally just to hold it at an angle that's not normally held at because it's the kickstand. So because the kickstand is normally holding it opposite way. So what I'm trying to do is hold it like this. And yeah, so I'll just go like this, and I will try and tighten this strap up. I guess I should have probably positioned this a little bit better. Let's see, like this. As long as I keep the right tension on it, I think it'll be okay. You guys see what I'm trying to do? There we go. I'll get it here. Okay, just dislocated my shoulder, and now the bike is going to fall over. Actually, let me pull it up a little bit. Again, guys, do not attempt this unless you are a trained professional in the art of using an air compressor to hold up a dirt bike to get the last little bit of oil out while you do something else, in which case I don't think it's even going to matter. Because I'm going to stand here and end up holding this thing anyways, so it doesn't even really make sense. Mission failed. If I had another motorcycle right here, like the 7 other ones that are over there, I could have just tied it to one of those, but just a waste of time at this point. I'm just going to sit here and hold it for a few more seconds. Doesn't look like it's even dripping out that much. There we go.
Save time creating content and generate a high quality.
I'm guessing that the oil
change the way you
is on. Where is it?
Voiceovers and branded content with
There's
the
the oil.
#1 AI powered voice generating technology.
Oh, right there.
Stop searching for the perfect
It is
voice and stop wasting time
1
re-recording
liter
take after
of
take.
oil. Okay.
Try 11 labs for free.
I guess this is where having a dirt bike stand would be like optimal. I'm guessing they probably make it so it just goes right on there. All right, I don't see it dripping anymore.
You don't need superpowers to keep your family safe from scams. All you need is malware bytes. Built by experts and designed to help me
There's that hole.
and my not so careful family. Malware bytes is
I gotta
powerful
find that hole someday. There it is.
Is it really hero work?
We got it,
Sometimes
Courtney.
feels
Me and
that
Courtney were actually real estate. We worked in real estate for a long time.
way. This is more than
We would be
award-winning
just
protection.
basically
It's total
trying to make the
peace of
coolest
mind.
houses and sell them. It was a not a very profitable business. We actually ended up digging a moat around a couple of houses. People were falling into it. It was kind of a disaster. What's going on? Robert Smith, 1957. How you doing, Robert Smith? Oh yeah, I remember you, Robert. How you doing? Fane's got lots of iron in the fire. Grass bass, you have no idea. Grass bass, I was literally thinking, I need to find some more irons to put in this fire. Is there a way we can get another fire going? To get more fire. That's what I was thinking. I thought if I could clone myself, and then essentially, I mean, I could be doubling my productivity, or I could be doubling my clone's productivity. No, that's probably not a good idea. Me cloning myself again. Me and Gizmo got in a lot of trouble back when we were in Yale. We were in the science lab. They have a science lab there in a secret section. And we were just basically cloning each other all the time. We were playing freeze tag, cloning each other. It was a lot of chaos. I mean, people were screaming. There was like hundreds of versions of me running around. And hundreds of little gizmos running around just playing freeze tag in the halls of Yale. I mean, we were in the cafeteria just throwing just peas and mashed potatoes and little carrot slices at each other, and people were going ballistic. They joined in on the fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, you had to be there, guys. The story doesn't give it justice when you see, I mean, the amount of peas and mashed potatoes and just like little carrot slices. I think they had apple juice that day. They were just flying through the cafeteria at Yale. After me and Gizmo cloned each other, we were just playing freeze tag in the secret science building. They don't want you to know about the science building, but it is there. It's like kind of like a secret entrance. Let me grab a funnel. Bro is Demetrius Johnson. I have no idea who that is. Ricky Feathers. But I will look into Demetrius Johnson. I'm going to hope that it's going to be something extremely positive. English shoes message retracted. English shoes. Me and English shoes go way back. I'll tell you about that right after I answer Joseph's question. How much for the bike? If you want to purchase this bike, I'll be selling this bike for $18,000. It is signed by Ricky Lee Jr., who is the world famous motocross racer. He won the 14 Cup circuit last year in the dune races. And this one I'll sell this one for $9,000. This is the one that was used in the Mad Max film. Of course, it was modified when the rear brake blew out on Fury Road. If you watch the behind the scenes footage, you'll see when this rear brake blew out. And I'm just rebuilding and reconstructing the front end because that thing was used in the movie. So yeah, I'd sell it for $8,000 as it sits now. If I fully restore it, I'd probably sell it for, I'd say 14. I'm just kidding. This is my buddy's bike. I'm just fixing it for him. I can't sell it. And this is also my buddy's bike. I'm just fixing it for him. I can't sell it. Sorry, man. There are some other bikes, but they're also not for sale because I'm fixing them up for my buddy, which is me, and I can't sell them. 1 liter. Why can't they tell me quarts? How many quarts is in a liter, guys? Can y'all tell me? Like, what the heck? Why are they going to change it? That's like, we need you to measure it in metric, but we're going to give you the standard 1 liter, 14 chicken wings. Okay. How about the doll head? Joseph, the doll head, this is Courtney. She is the co-host of Fang's Garage, is highly, highly sought after, of course, by all the greats and lates. But she is also not for sale. She's invaluable to the show at this point. How's it going? The deal for real. The deal for real is here, guys. He is the realest deal that we've ever seen, and he is a steal of a deal. He's actually one of the winners on Deal or No Deal, guys. That's how he got the name. Howie Mandel gave him that username specifically. Okay, so let me check how many quarts it is for a liter real quick, guys. Sorry. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate the kind words, Joseph. I got to check on how many quarts is it a liter? I have no idea. Sorry, 1 second, Joseph. Thank you for the kind words about the gremlin. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me check this. How many quarts? Jarvis, how many quarts in a liter? He's not answering me. Gizmo, let me know how many quarts are in a liter. Uh, 1.05. What? 1.06? Okay. What? Okay, so it's like just over a liter? I mean, just over a quart? There's 1 full quart. Okay. So just over a quart. Okay, easy enough. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to startle you or take so long checking that out. But I had to double check because I don't have the best vision because of the accident at the eyeglass plant. I actually used to work at a industrial eyeglass plant. It was back in the early 90s, right when computers were coming out. There was a malfunction with one of the computers, and basically one of the eyeglass machines, those used for honing the lenses, the computer miscalculated it. It went off, and one of the honing blades shot off, hit me in the eye. I had to have complete reconstructive surgery. That was actually, I was born with one eye, but I had to have a reconstructive surgery on my face. So it is a little bit jarring, guys. I don't exactly like to walk around like this. I like to wear my mask with just a regular face on it, but
that keeps on giving. Come into Verizon and save on phone phones and
sometimes I don't like to wear it, so I'm going to get this fresh quart over here, actually. But sorry, Joseph, doll's not for sale. I know it is. It's eye-catching, of course. Courtney is. That's what she's here for. She's just literally here. I said the qualification is that you have to be under 80 years old. So, of course, when she got hired, we kind of overlooked that aspect of it. She's a little bit of an older gal, but she's still a looker. So, yeah, I said, you know what? Let's give her a chance. And if you want to know the truth, she's been a great employee. I mean, she's always there for, if you need just anything copied, anything faxed, if you need someone to help do push-ups, if you need a spotter when you're in the gym, she can actually help with a lot of that stuff, guys. Believe it or not. Okay, just gonna put this oil in as slowly as possible. Seems like it'll take about 7 hours at this point. But that's okay. We're in it for the long haul, guys. Strap in. It's gonna be a long one. Just kidding. It's just taking forever. This funnel is gonna have a small opening. Should have used my speed funnel. Sure you guys love that speed funnel. Okay, get on with it. All right, I gotta get this jacket off, guys. I feel like I'm about to keel over. It is 117 degrees right now, according to my Garmin. I can't take it, guys. I mean, this is the, of course, Death Valley location. We're out here in Death Valley. and I'm pretty low on water. I brought enough water out here for essentially a week. It lasted about 2 days. Gizmo actually filled up the small bird bath that we had outside and was out there splish splashing around. I said, "What are you doing, dude?" I said, "This is for our drinking water, dude. We were really low on gas. We don't have much money." And he poured it all into the bird bath. So I got to get this jacket off before I start sweating a little bit too much, guys. Sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta put my mask on. I feel like I'm being stared at. And to be honest with you, as somebody with a condition, I don't really like to be looked at like that. Okay. Thank you, Floki's Angels. It does catch your eye. Where are you located? Are you a Cyclops? Yes, Joseph, I am a Cyclops. I'm located at the northern rim of Death Valley right now. It is really hot, if you can tell by the sweat on my face. I mean, we're out near a cliffside, so we're okay. But again, we just pretty much ran really low on water today, so I don't really know what's going to happen. You need a helper? I might, Joseph. I might need a helper. Gizmo hopped right on after midnight 2, eating a chicken leg. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Gizmo is known to be eating chicken legs. Can I cash out some money? You don't gotta do that, Joseph. You can send some of the, you can send a shiny poop or something. I don't know. I don't have a cash app. Sorry, I saw somebody commented on the oil, and I did not look at it. Give me 1 second. Someone's probably like, "Don't pour the oil in yet! What are you doing?" And I just ignored the comment. So Ford says a liter is 1.05625 quarts of, or 105% of a quart. Okay. Oh, to buy me some water? I was just joking about that, Joseph. Just kidding around, buddy. I got water. But Gizmo did fill up the bird bath the other day, and he was actually splashing around. He wanted to set up the slip and slide. I said, "Hey, you know what? It's our last little bit of water. Go ahead and do it. I don't care at this point. I'm going to die in peace. I'm going to die with a smile on my face, knowing that you're having fun with that slip and slide." And he set it up, played with it for about 2 minutes. He slid on it. And when he slid, there was a rock underneath it. And he keeled over. He was there crying for about 5 minutes, holding his stomach. Because he did go on the slip and slide over a little pebble. I found the rock. It was a tiny little pebble. But yeah, he scraped his belly up. I said, "Get in here, come on." I had to go put a Band-Aid on it and all that. But he is a little trooper. He did okay. I bet that dirt bike flies. Yeah, you know what, Joseph? It is pretty quick. I rode it around 1 time since I started it, since I fixed it, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty quick, even with me on it, and I am not the tiniest mogwai in the group. Okay, so 105%. Okay, thank you for that information. 1.0625, was that it? 1.05625, I don't know. Something like that. I know he said 105%, so I'm going to guesstimate on the 5. And then I'll have to start it up and then check it. I got to see what the procedure is on checking this, on this SR150. There's like no information on this bike. I tried to look up the stuff for this. The brand is called the brand is SSR, and and then the bike is called a SR150. But there's another bike by Aprilla, however you say it, and it's called the SR150 also. So when you look up SR150 stuff, it all comes up with that. So it's super annoying. I can't find out any information about this really. But let me see if I can start it up. I got to be kind of quick about it. I don't want to be letting this thing run all late. I'm guessing that you probably don't screw in the dipstick when you check it. That's just a guess. But we'll try and start it. I think it'll start fairly easy. Okay, let me try and check the oil now. Let's see what it looks like. Alright. I'm guessing it has to be at a slight angle. Oops. Just kidding. I'm guessing it has to be straight up and down. And I'm guessing you probably stick it in there and then just pull it out. That's like right there, perfect. I could maybe add like a hair, but I don't want to overfill it. I'd rather let my buddy who owns this bike overfill it. I'll land it. I'll say, hey man, I didn't want to overfill it. It's right in the center of the dipstick. If you want to just keep an eye on it, it's probably the best idea, but if you want to overfill it, by all means, overfill it. Since it only does take 1 quart. Okay, I'll maybe add a tiny bit. It only takes 1 quart, so. You could literally do an oil change with, like, I mean, you could have the whole extra quart of oil to top it off. Or the 0.94375% of it. That's not the right percent, but you can check my math, it's probably right. I'm probably some kind of math savant and I have no idea. I've just been tricked into thinking I've been horrible at math this whole time. It's possible. Me and Courtney, we actually, when we were working as lifeguards, it was that was part of the thing that kind of got us kicked out of the lifeguard thing. We were on the set of Baywatch, just as background lifeguard extras, and we actually got caught behind the lifeguard tower. I think it's number 5. If you look on, I think it's Baywatch it's Baywatch season 2, episode 3. You can see it's lifeguard tower number 5. Me and Courtney are back there, and if you actually watch it and you slow it down, you can see Hasselhoff running, and in the background you can see us sitting behind the lifeguard tower playing with a Sudoku, like one of the old paper Sudokus, and we were just sitting there doing Sudokus, just like we thought nobody could see us, because they told us to sit inside of the tower. And I thought, if we're sitting inside, no one's going to even be able to see us. We came on the set. We signed this $6 million contract as background extras for the Baywatch series. I said, what? They're not even going to see us. Like, let's just sit out there, play some Sudoku. It'll look natural. And the directors actually found out when they were reviewing the footage, they were editing it, putting it all together, and they actually ended up canceling our contract. We didn't get paid for that one. It really sucked, guys. I thought it was my big breakout moment. I was trying to become an actor. When Baywatch was out, I said I pretty much had the body for Baywatch. They, of course, called it the Baywatch bod at the time, which is, I mean, duh. But, yeah, I mean, it sucked. We lost all that money. I didn't really know what to do at that point. I was in debt. I actually was I was a huge gambler at the time, just gambling out behind this Whole Foods it was in upstate Delaware, and it was really rough. We were out behind the Whole Foods, me and Gizmo, just shooting dice, making money, losing more money than we were making. And eventually Vince came around and he said, "Hey man, I gotta collect." Me and Gizmo, we both had recently lost our jobs I was working at Home Depot, and Gizmo was working at Burger King, and we both lost our jobs. Vince pulled up. He's like, "Dude, you need to pay me." He's like, "I need to collect." I said, "Dude, you know I don't have the money right now. We just both got fired." He said, "I know, and I know that you're going to try and leave town." He said, "I need to collect." I said, "I only got $2,000 right now. Let me go inside my apartment and grab it." He said, "Okay, but you better come back out." I went inside, I grabbed a couple of things, grabbed Gizmo, we jumped out the back window. I had to crawl out of the bathroom window, and we just hightailed it out of there. We were out of town. Vince never found us, and hopefully he never does. And if you're watching, Vince, I'm sorry. I'll get you that money. It's the Baywatch thing. I mean, we got fired. It's because of Courtney trying to play with the Sudoku. It sucks. Gizmo exclusively only drinks Minute Maid pink lemonade. You know what, Lizard King? How did you know that? Oh, yeah, for his brand deal. You're right, Lizard King. I forgot about the brand deal with Minute Maid. Gizmo here actually just got a deal with Minute Maid, guys. He's only allowed to drink Minute Maid, and Tom is loving it. It's actually his favorite drink, besides Arnold Palmer's. I know it's kind of a funny drink choice for a gremlin, but that's what he likes. And he gets what he likes, guys. Aprilia are good bikes. I've never tried them before, Joseph. What's going on, Alice Baker? How you doing? Wild 3 Kicks that it's a runner. I didn't think it would start. Yeah, it's running. It's running pretty decent, I think. It runs on rice water only. Yes, it does. The seat for it is right here. I'm going to have to put that thing back on. Wow, you're a movie star. Also cool. I need to get your autograph. Yeah, Joseph, anytime. Of course, Courtney is in charge of all the social media stuff. So reach out to Courtney at Thanks Garage Live. I'm going to try and test this out. Let's see. Actually, I'll put this. I think it's probably the worst angle ever. Put it over here. Let me try this, guys. I'll put it up here. Okay, that's a good angle. Let me grab the starter relay and a couple things. Let's see. Okay, that's weird. I don't even remember doing this. Apparently, I did this at some point. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I charged up the battery for the scooter. So I'm going to test this. I'm going to test this starter relay. In case you guys ever want to, I guess, test a starter relay. I think this is the way you could do it. I don't know if this is recommended. But I have a starter relay for a scooter or whatever. I'm just going to hook up these two leads to a battery. I'm gonna hook this one up to the negative, this one up to the positive, and hear if I can hear this thing click. Make sure I still have my mic on. Yep, you hear that?
Put the mic kind of closer, you can hopefully hear it clicking.
That's good. That means that the plunger mechanism is opening and closing, or it's moving up and down and connecting those two terminals. So that is telling me that all I need to do for the SR150 is basically hook up the battery, finish hooking it up, and then I can try this starter relay. I think that it's because I didn't have the starter button on there, but I'm going to try something and see if this will work. Let's see. I'm guessing it's going to be like this.
What does perfectly?
When I got this bike from my buddy, it didn't have anything as far as
flavors of cloud protein popcorn.
the starter hooked up. It just had the bundle of wires that had been cut perfectly. So I'm kind of in the dark on this. I don't really know exactly how this is supposed to be wired. I'm just kind of guessing and trying to use my best judgment on what makes sense to me, which is I think I figured it out. I was sitting there thinking about it. Let's see, when did I think about it? I think it was last night when I was going to bed. I thought maybe it's because I have to do this, and I believe that's when I thought of it. And I couldn't remember exactly what it was, and now I do. I'm gonna try it. We'll see. Shouldn't take long. If it is the case that this thing is what I think it is, or the problem is what I think it is, then I think it'll start right up. There is one more issue with this, which is it doesn't have a little rubber thing to hold the starter relay in place. It's just, and I didn't have one on the bike when I got it, and didn't have one on the starter relay that I had. I had an extra starter relay just sitting around. So let me hook up. Let me get a couple of little test lines here. Okay. What is wrong with the bike? So Hudson is cool, D8C. The SR150, this bike right here, I am just putting I put the battery on there. I'm putting a starter relay, and I'm trying to hook up a starter button to it, and it didn't have one previously when I got it. Lizard King says it's only a matter of time before Discovery Channel gives Fang his own show. Lizard King, if you know someone at Discovery Channel, tell them to reach out. I'd love to open Fang's Garage live. What's up, bro? It's Jeremy from the other night. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, Jeremy? Okay, Fang, now you got to tell Joseph Ferrano about the baby bottle pop jingle. This guy is a really good mechanic. Wish I had a good mechanic to work on my Harley. I also need a bunch of LED lighting on my Chevy Colorado ZR2 crew cab off-road. I can't find a mechanic to hook up. Did you fix the scooter? Jeremy, the scooter is not running yet. I have not exactly worked on it. I finished the Kawasaki Vulcan the other night. I'm trying to finish the Vulcan, and well, the Vulcan is done. I am trying to finish this one up so I can expedite these two and get them out of the garage. So I didn't realize that the camera was kind of not the greatest. So yeah, but yeah, Jeremy, narrowing it down. I think it's either the CDI, the wire coming out of the CDI. I don't think it's supplying voltage the way it should. So I'm going to try that. I'm also going to try not to fart too loud into the mic unless it's a real loud one. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm guessing it has something to do with the maybe the gummy bears that I was eating earlier.
Side over side.
Where's Moses? Where's Moses at? Sensitive by. Let's see. I'm guessing that this wire goes here. Okay. Let's see. Does the positive wire? I think the positive wire just goes to the. I think it does just go to this. Pretty sure it does. Okay. Let me try this and see if this works, guys. Hopefully this will work. Let me see. I'm going to have to get to these wires. Let me grab the button. The starter button. Nice little Amazon special starter button. I mean, if it works, it works. It looks exactly the same as the other one on the other side, so I'm guessing it works. That's what my Uncle Ronnie used to say. If it works, it works. Of course, my Uncle Ronnie, he's actually a mechanic for the Sea-Doo company. He'd be out there doing mobile mechanic work on Sea-Doos. He'd be out there in the middle of the ocean just working on Sea-Doos, just out there just getting sunburned, just every day working on Sea-Doos out in the middle of the ocean. I said, Ronnie, you got to get a new job, man. This is crazy. You can't be out there in the middle of the ocean working on these Sea-Doos. It's really dangerous. I don't know why you started this company. He said it's for the Sea-Doo enthusiasts. It's for Sea-Doo Master. And I mean, he was out there just basically every day, all day long, just riding around mobile Sea-Doo mechanic. I mean, unbelievable. It's actually where Gizmo met my uncle for the first time. I mentioned Tom because we met Tom around the same time. But yeah, it's actually where they met for the first time. And they didn't know it at the time, but they were going to be coworkers in the future when Gizmo would get a job at Burger King. So it's kind of a funny coincidence.
Vamos de gemelas. A esto.
What is this commercial?
Vi que no te
Am I
saliste del
multilingual now?
Gracias, ma. Su libertad, tus reglas. Eso es la banca
Did
familiar
everything I
de
just say
Chase.
just get translated into Spanish?
Para algunos dispositivos móviles se pueden aplicar cargos por mensajes y datos. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N miembro de FDIC.
It was a JB Morgan Chase commercial, in case you guys were curious. All right, got the starter button on there. Okay, let me just tighten this up real quick. Grab a Phillips head. Fang came up with a flux incapacitor after he slipped and fall in his bathroom. That's right, Lizard King. It was actually back in 1987. I was living on a houseboat out on the East Coast, and basically it was a real turbulent night. I mean, the floor was wet because I had a little party the night before, and basically I was just kind of stumbling through the house, to be honest with you. And it was a houseboat, and I was actually sleeping on a waterbed at the time. Believe it or not, waterbeds were big back then. But yeah, I just slipped and fell when I went into the bathroom. There's some Mountain Dew on the ground, Mountain Dew Peach. Slipped and fell. I mean, it was my mistake because I should have been paying attention. I'm the one that spilled the Mountain Dew when me and Gizmo here were playing Twister. We were actually doing the advanced Twister moves. I was doing left hand yellow, he was doing right hand red. I had the green foot with my right foot and knocked over the freaking Mountain Dew. So, I mean, your guess is as good as mine on why I didn't pick it up right away, but I didn't. I slipped on it, fell, hit my head. I was in the hospital for 6 months. I had an intense coma. it was a medically induced coma. That's why, I mean, the doctors did all they could to not medically induce me because of my previous condition with the whole thing with my memory loss and everything. So, I mean, they tried not to, but they had to do what they had to do. And ever since then, right when I woke up, I said, I have an idea. I grabbed Courtney. I said, get a Post-it note, get a pen. That's all we're going to need. I wrote down flux incapacitor, and I said, that's it. And she said, what's it? I said, you'll find out. Give me 100 years. I'll tell you. So she's still on edge about it. We are open, guys. I am censoring my face right now on purpose because I don't want you to see what I'm drinking. It's highly venomous. I am doing a challenge right now. I am drinking venom from different kind of jellyfish, different kind of snakes, different kind of squirrels. Anything I could essentially milk venom out of, that's what I've been doing. I've been milking venom out of stuff, guys, again. I don't care if they're going to try and stop me. I'm not going to stop milking venom out of stuff. And I really don't care at this point. They've been trying to stop me for 15 years. I'm not going to stop milking the venom out of venomous squirrels. And basically, it's how I build up my immune system. I'll milk the venom out of basically any animal, 4-legged, 0-legged. I will milk the venom out of it. I will drink it. And guess what? My immune system, I haven't been sick in 60 years. I mean, my skin is great. It's elastic. It looks fresh. I got a lot of life in my eyes. I'm limber. I'm hopping all over the place, guys. I'm getting projects done. And Lizard King, of course, knows that. As soon as I figured out how to get the flux incapacitor all hooked up in line with the sync, all synced up with the photon injectors, ask Lizard King. It's on his blog. It's Lizard King particleaccelerators.com. It's a valid link, guys. Jeremy and Jade, where are you from? Jeremy and Jade, California. California is our main office. Of course, we have offices in Death Valley. We have one in the southern part of Alaska. We had to move it to the southern part because of the polar bear stuff that was going on. I don't know if you guys saw in the news, a lot of polar bear controversy. But yeah, we had to move because of the polar bear stuff. And yeah, right now, just out in California, in the southern part of the Borrego Springs Desert. We are all the way next to the border. Basically, I can basically run about 10 feet and I'll be at the border. So, I mean, it's a real exciting location, guys. We are, unfortunately, just making the jalapeno banana bread tonight. So, I mean, if you guys were looking for a little spice with the flavor, that's where we're at. But we only have about 4 loaves left. So they've been selling out pretty fast. Is Fang your name? Are you part werewolf or vampire? A little bit of both, Joseph. I do sleep upside down. As you guys know, I made a pretty intense video tutorial about how to sleep upside down and for your ears not to bleed. That was the key part, because that is the difficult thing, is to sleep upside down without your ears bleeding. It's easy to sleep upside down with your ears bleeding. It's not really that hard of a feat. But I mean, I did that whole tutorial. It was a big hit. But yeah, I mean, that, and as well as whenever a full moon does come out, I do basically start growing hair out of my, it's not so much out of my face anymore since I have gotten older. As a part werewolf, we do actually suffer from still male pattern baldness. So when I do turn into a werewolf, I don't actually grow hair on the top of my head. It's mainly the eyebrow area, a lot of ear hair, mainly the inner ear. A lot will just come straight out of my ear. and basically a lot of back hair. It's kind of not that appealing. It's not that exciting for being a wolf man. I am, however, allergic to garlic, although I will take a little bite every once in a while when we go to Olive Garden for the garlic bread. I mean, I don't care. I don't care if being a vampire. I really don't care. If it's for the Olive Garden freaking bread, I'll freaking suffer. Okay? I'll go out into the daylight to grab that. Okay, so I think that the starter button is going to be these two right here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to take a guess. It seems like it could only be these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little piece of wire and jump these two. I don't know why I'm out of breath. How the heck am I out of breath? Take a little alligator clip and jump these. And see if it'll activate, oh shoot, see if it'll activate the starter relay / starter. Was it Baja Blast? Floki's Angels, it was actually the peach. It was the peach Mountain Dew, and I should have known better. I thought that Gizmo had a little accident on the floor, and then I remembered, I said, oh my gosh, it was the peach Mountain Dew again. Riley Automotive Repair Shop on going out of business. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. Lizard King. Thank you, Nina Yo 401. Appreciate that, buddy. Joseph says, I'm in Chicago. The Undertaker, the wrestler, must be your neighbor. He lives out there. Yes, I mean, the Undertaker actually go way back. I actually made a custom coffin for the Undertaker because he likes to sleep in a coffin, as you guys know. But yeah, he would do choke slams on me. He'd come over. He'd be like, hey, do you want a choke slam? I'd say, sure. Actually, I have to go to bed. But if you want to go ahead and if you could do like a pile driver or maybe the cemetery gates move on me, and I'll go straight to bed. And he would do that. He'd come over, do a clothesline. I'd be out like a light. Literally, I'd be knocked out. One time he did we were doing a little backyard wrestling, me and the Undertaker, and he did I think it was a double toe hook, made me completely pass out. He didn't realize it, and he was still holding it, and he thought it was just part of the shoot, and I freaking completely passed out right there in the ring. It was intense. The ref didn't know. The ref thought it was part. He thought it was just part of the, he thought I was just being the heel again, and but no, it was not part of the show. I completely passed out with the double toe hook. I said I can't do it. I basically let go. I gave up at that point and just completely got knocked out. I couldn't tap out. I was too fatigued. All right, let me try this out, guys. Let's see what happens. It might just short out or something. Absolutely nothing. It is just absolutely nothing. Okay. That does nothing. Let me see if maybe I'm missing like a fuse or something. I doubt it, but let me see if maybe let's see. Let me try and touch these two wires together and see if it'll do anything. Oh, that's probably what it is, huh? It's probably because I did not have the starter relay hooked up to the battery. That might be why. I'm gonna guess that's probably the reason why. Let's see if it'll do anything now. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing balanced on there where it could just hang out for a second. With it being so difficult. Okay, there we go. All right, take 2. Action. All right, try this again. I'm going to try and jump this thing. Hopefully it doesn't just burn out. Hopefully it tries to start. No? Nothing? Yeah, that's not working. Let me try and jump it right here. Maybe because this terminal isn't on it. I have a feeling that there's a fuse on here that I have not, maybe I haven't seen. Let me try it like this. Let me try and test voltage real quick on this wire and see if it's going through there and see if I'm maybe just missing something.
Granger knows that if you're a school custodian, cleanliness is your top priority. That's why you can rely on Granger for a range of cleaning products and equipment, from disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
What's going on, Murph? 291. Haven't seen you in a while, Murph. How you doing? Joseph says I love Olive Garden. You and me both, Joseph. I gotta have me some fettuccine Alfredo soon. Sorry, looking for something. It was the multimeter. Oh geez. Okay. Floki's Angel says I'm allergic to Valentine's Day. Oh man, come on, Floki's Angels. They have Peach Mountain Dew now. Yes, they have Dragon Fruit kind of Walmart here. I'll have to look for that, Floki's Angels. I have never seen that. Let's see. Uh-oh. What the heck? Oh, it just paused. That's cool. You and the Undertaker friends. I love him and his wrestling moves. My favorite wrestler. Yeah, me and the Undertaker go way back. I mean, I helped him move into his old apartment a long time ago. So, it was a long time ago. Yes Fang is a true walker of many different unique lives. He's a flipping legend. That's right. Thank you, Floki's Angels, for the kind words. Of course, I just try and relay my stories from my life, you know, all the different lives I've led. Jeremy and Jade says, does it have a kickstart? Yes, it does. It does start, Jeremy and Jade. I started it earlier, let it warm up and did an oil change on it. But when I got this bike from my buddy who owns it, to fix it up essentially, it didn't have a battery or a starter relay, but it had the wires. Most of the wires are just cut, like someone took it out and just cut it and left it there. So I told him we could possibly get it all going, and that's what I'm trying to do. He got the battery, and I just installed it somewhat. I need to get a rubber strap for it. I think he said he has one. Get a little rubber strap for it, and let's see, and then get this relay just set, and then I think it'll be done. No voltage there. Let me check this one. Check it like this. Check it from the negative terminal to here. Let's see. 0.06, 0.05. Okay, so and this one is, let's see, 12.5. Okay, so I got power going to there. Let me check this wire. Ay. Okay, so I got positive going to there. Maybe the jumper I had was just off. Maybe it was just not good enough. Let me try and jump it one more time. Might actually work now. Let's see. I had a little piece of wire sitting around here that I was using for a jumper cable, and it appears. Oh, there it is. Let's see. It looks like I kicked it off into the abyss. All right. Let's try this and see if this will work. Do a little jump on the wire here for the starter relay and just see if it'll crank over. So it looks like it has 12 volts going to this one. guys, if you cannot hear me, let me know. I don't know if the music is too loud or anything. Someone mentioned that the music was too loud yesterday. I didn't realize it until it was pretty late. Or no, nobody, I don't think anyone mentioned it. Or yeah, someone, I think Road Team mentioned it yesterday. And then I watched the, oh sheesh. No? Was that not what you wanted to happen? That did not seem like it was the correct one. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, I'll jump there. Let's see, what am I missing here? Okay, so that's the ignition. No, don't tell me it's gonna start raining. It's gonna start raining right now. Let's see. There's like 2 sets of wires up here. Maybe it's this one. Let me check this wire. Sorry guys, I thought I had the right one and I did not. Okay, let me try this one.
And jump these two. See if anything will happen. I think this is for the tilt or the starter button. Nothing. Oh, it was on the freaking off thing. No. Let me trick this wire. That's weird. Now it has no voltage. That's probably not good.
That's probably not a good sign. Okay, that's nothing.
What if I could build an app that works
maybe
my way
these 2
with
wires?
Base 44? My work moves
All
fast.
right.
My tasks, priorities,
Jeez.
and deadlines change every day.
All right, let me try and jump these
I can
2.
finally build an app that adapts to
I'm just
me,
jumping them all
tailored
now.
to my workflows, data.
At this point,
and my
I'm just
team's
jumping them
needs.
all.
Every challenge is unique.
Let's just see what happens.
I want a tool that
Take a
brings
little
together
gamble.
calculations, automations, insights, all of it into one clear view, accessible exactly
Nothing?
where I need it. What else can I add?
Try this one.
I set an AI partner.
Come
that
on with the
understands how we
commercial. Jeez Louise.
generating content that sounds like me, handling routine tasks to my standards. So my work gets smarter,
Nothing.
not just faster. All built my way. My metrics clear.
I might have to
my
look up
processes managed.
a quick wiring
My
diagram on this. I'm
Because in the end,
getting a little bit
it's not
lost
about
with
using
it.
software. It's about building a platform that will take us forward. Base 44,
Sorry,
build it your way. When it's time to start your business,
I remember my parents' brick phone from the 80s had a kickstart too. Yeah. All right, well, we got to go, Fang. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll be back to watch tomorrow night. All right, see you later, Floki's Angels. Have a good one, Chris. See you later, Floki and Angel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Let me look this wiring diagram up real quick. SS. Nope. That's the wrong one. SSR. SR150. This wiring diagram. Wait a minute. Okay, I found the wiring diagram. Nice. Let me see. So the ignition coil, rectifier, clutch, start switch, black and red and yellow, or black and red and yellow. There is a fuse. There's supposed to be a fuse. Oh, maybe that's what that line was. Oh, they probably cut the fuse off. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't fry that wire. Okay, so it is the black with the red and yellow. Let's try it. Later, Fang. Oh, nice meeting you. All right, see you later, Joseph. Have a good one. I'll see ya. I'll be back again tomorrow, Joseph. 9:30 live with Courtney, Gizmo, and the whole crew. Let me see the black with the red and yellow. There is no black with the red and yellow. There's a black, there's a red, there's a yellow, but that's for the ignition. Oh, red and yellow, but okay, there it is. Okay, so it must be these two wires. These are for the starter button. Okay, so I've located the correct wires. Let's see if I can get these separated. Sorry guys, I will switch the camera in a second. These are definitely the wires though. So what I'm going to do is I will see how long this wire is. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll cut this wire, splice it in. Throw some butt connectors on it. Some quick disconnects. And I think that'll be good. The rain is starting, so try and move with a little bit of a quickness. Definitely don't want to get Gizmo stuck out in the rain. Gizmo actually used to work for the salt company with the little girl on there, the rain girl. Can't remember the salt company name, but he used to work for them, just running around the salt mines, picking up salt. He used to pick up little salt crystals. They used to pay him per salt crystal. All right, see you later, Joseph. But yeah, he was working there, and then shortly after, that's when he got his job at Burger King. And I mean, when he got his job at Burger King, everything kind of changed for Gizmo. He started kind of having a different kind of swagger to him. He's walking around with a little bit of a better attitude. Just because they had basically promoted him to be the lead cook on the grill, and that really kind of lifted his spirits. He's really happy about that. That was, of course, before he started working at the pet shop, and he thought the pet shop was going to be a little bit of a greener grass type of job. He thought it was going to be a little bit better. I told him, I said, hey, you know what, buddy? The grass isn't greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. He did not take my advice, and he really regretted it because he missed his old job after that. So you live and you learn, live, laugh, love. You know, take someone next to you and just give them a big old hug. That's what Gizmo would want right now, most of all. Let's see if either of these wires have voltage now, since I have probably completely roasted them. Let's take a little gander. This one does appear to have voltage. And this one does also. This one has 12.
And this one has... Okay, I think that's the right ones. Let me cut this wire and I'll check. Find out right now. I mean, it's definitely the same color wires. It's a yellow wire with a red stripe and a black wire, so I would think it's probably going to be the same exact ones. I'd hope it'd be exactly the right ones, but who knows. Yesterday I did pull the brake lever on the scooter and it became the starter button for some reason. Every time I pull the brake lever, the scooter would start, the starter would start. So that was a intentional hack. I don't know if this one will be. Let's see. Fingers crossed, no sparking. When I do this, minimal sparking. Nothing? Okay, good. Okay, let's do it. Let's see if the starter button will work. When the rain starts, the starter will too. Let's try it. Ready? Come on, baby. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What in the world? Why is that working? Or why is that not working? Let me try this. Let me check the voltage on here. And press the button and see what happens. Okay, so 12 volts goes right through it. Okay, so I put the wire or the tester on one side of the wire and it's no voltage. And then when I hit this, it goes to 12. So that means it's going through that wire. That's the red and white wire that's going over to here. Okay, I can hear some sort of animal being attacked nearby. I'm not sure exactly what is attacking it. Semi-concerning. I will go ahead and grab a weapon. Just in case. In case some wild animal decides to approach me from behind, then at least I will be able to slice it. What's going on? Matthew Dunsmuir is here, guys. Me and Matthew, we actually used to work at the Best Buy on Ventura Avenue. Matthew was voted most likely to get a better job, and he did. He actually got a better job. Started working at Coco's. Best server at Coco's 2017. I was really proud of him for that. I said, I know you're going to get this award this year, guys. Matt, I know you're going to be able to do it. And of course, Matthew Dunsmuir, he came through. He got the best. Oh, wait a minute. He got the award for best server of the year. Hold up. Why is this wire white? Did they switch up on me? Okay, it's gotta be. Okay, let me just try and switch these around. So this white wire. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think out loud. This white wire goes on. Okay, let's try that. I'm thinking maybe I just have the terminals on the wrong side for the solenoid. But I don't know, the plunger solenoid. I don't know what this part is actually called. The two wires coming out of the starter relay. Solenoid button? I don't know. Let's check it and see. Let's try it. Nothing. I'm wondering if the I highly doubt that like the brake would have to be pulled or anything like that. I mean, it should just start. So let me just take a straight jumper and try and jump these terminals and see if it'll just start. I mean, I know it'll start with the relay. I'd like to see it start from the actual button, though. Let me try this. Maybe if I put power to that. No? Huh. Yeah, it seems like that should start it and it's not. I don't know. I'm at a loss, guys. I'm going to have to figure this out because I need to finish this bike. It seems like... Okay. Okay. That just fused itself. Wait a minute. Why is that starting it right now? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, okay, that's just a positive streak to that. Hold on. I'm trying to think why. Okay, so you need a positive and a negative from that. Let me think. That will be the negative, the red. I don't know why this thing won't start. It seems like very much so like it should just start. I don't have any idea. I'm guessing maybe the starter button has to be supplying a ground and maybe it's not. Because I have a feeling, let's see, that's the positive. Let me try this. Another test. Let me swap these back. So the red and white goes to the orange. The red and yellow goes to the orange. Sorry guys, I am just ignoring the chat right now. I will look at the chat right now. Put this back on like this. I think there's something... I don't know. I cut this wire connector off and I thought it was for the starter. I could have sworn it was. Let me try this. Let me get a jumper straight from the ground. Take this connector off. Let me do a jumper from the ground to this wire and see. Or no, I'll do it from the positive to this wire and see if it'll make the starter go off. I think it will. I think it'll activate the starter relay. Maybe the wire's fried. Huh. What the heck, dude? Let's see, positive. Let me try it like this. Let me get one more jumper. Gosh, man. This is pretty frustrating here. Not sure what would incline someone to just snip off the wires like that, but I guess it was as good as mine. Let me get one more jumper on here and see if this will work. That's probably not going to reach. No, there's no way that'll reach. Let me get another piece of wire. What's going on, Austin Rivers? How you doing, Austin? We are here working on the SR 150 dirt bike. trying to get the starter relay to work. I'm of course failing again when it comes to figuring this thing out. If you have any suggestions, Austin, let me know. Me and Austin go way back. We were in the competitive bass fishing business. We used to do competitive bass fishing freehand. So basically, if you guys haven't heard of freehand bass fishing, it's when you don't use any lures, you don't use any lines, you don't use any fishing supplies except for just your free hands. And we'd be out there in the just in the bogs of Florida, just grabbing largemouth left and right. We'd eat them live. That is actually what we would do, is just for fun. We'd be eating those fish live, and they'd be trying to squirm around. Gizmo loved it. That's back when we would hang out with the gremlins, just on a just friend to friend thing before we had any beef. We'd be out there just catching largemouth with Austin, just freaking eating them live, and they were squirming and worming, and they're a lot slimier than you would think. So let's see if I can. Uh-oh, nope, not the correct one, I don't think. Heard a little sizzle. I don't have no clue, guys. Oh, I can hear raccoons fighting. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with this wiring. This thing is not cooperating. I am thoroughly confused by this point.
Experience on YouTube. A new way to watch your favorite content.
We jump straight into it. Welcome to the podcast.
Pick up where you left off and head right into the next episode. Find your next show on YouTube.
I don't know. I wouldn't think that it would have anything to do with the like brake light not being on there. It does have a brake light switch, but who knows? Let me check this real quick. Check this wiring diagram one more time. It just says, oh, clutch switch. Wait a minute. Hold up. Clutch switch? Wait a minute. Okay, let me try this. Let me try one more test. One more. Sorry, guys. Just doing a little focus group here. Let me move the camera. All right. I caught Gizmo actually eating some licorice when he wasn't supposed to the other night. He got running around again in the middle of the night, crawling around through the house, eating licorice. I said, what are you doing? You know you're supposed to be in bed. He closed his eyes like I wouldn't see him. I said, Gizmo, you know that's not how it works. You know I can still see you. But he didn't want to look at me. He just had his eyes closed. He would not look at me. So, yeah, I had to send him to bed. Had to get him to go to sleep. He's a little bit of a night owl. But he doesn't like it sitting out here under these bright lights. Okay, just going to do a little adjustment here. Little Courtney. I'll throw Tommy boy up here. To keep an eye on things, keep an eye on Gizmo, make sure he is not seeking any snacks when he shouldn't be. There we go. Can you guys hang out? Can you guys play nice for a little bit? Can you guys not fight? It's like a fight. Pretty much every day. They almost never get along. When they're playing NFL Blitz, pretty much the only time they can actually hang out together and not fight. Okay, let me try this. Do one more test. And do a little electrical work here. One more test. If I didn't blow every fuse in this thing already, which I probably did. Okay, this should start it. Oh. Uh-oh. They didn't like that. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty confident if I pulled the choke, it would start. Okay, so that is verifying that the starter relay is working. It's just there's some issue basically from the button to the relay. Button should just be connecting those two wires, but for some reason it is not. Maybe it's I don't know. The way the starter relay works is it has a positive and negative terminal. And basically what's happening is there's a wire coming from, let's see, there's two wires up here on the bike. I will fix Tom in a second. He seems to be staring at Gizmo and seeing what he's doing down there. There's two wires coming off of the starter button. It is a red and yellow, or yellow wire with a red stripe and then a black wire. Oh, okay, now he's really paying attention. And then there's two wires coming from the bike, which are the same colors. You think you just hook them up and you'll be good to go. But apparently not. The red and yellow wire is coming out of the bike right here. And then there's a white wire, which actually I did not test. Let me test this and see if it's a positive or negative. If it's not a negative, that could be the issue right there. And that would actually pretty much tell me what's up with it. So let's see. If this is not a negative, that will tell me that it's a problem. I think it is a negative. Okay, it is. So that's what I don't get. I do not understand why. Unless there is something coming from the... unless one of the wires is like fried inside there. Could be that one of the wires is... It doesn't really make any sense though. Let me double check this and just make sure everything is good. And let's see. It could be maybe the only thing. They could be that the starter button is not the right type of starter button. Also, that's a possibility. Because I don't know if there's a type that grounds onto the. Wait a minute. Did I just figure it out in real time? Is it because it's not grounding out onto the handlebars? That can't be the case, right? Okay, let me test this one more time. So this should have a... Okay, oh wait, that came undone. Okay, so this has ground supplied right now, which means that the starter relay should be working. Let me check this wire and see if it has a positive. Let's take this off. Okay, so it has a positive. For some reason, it's just not starting. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I figured it out. If I connect this to a ground. I think I figured it out. I think that white wire coming out of here is not a ground. I think it's a positive. I don't know why this took me so long to figure this out. Let's try this. Okay, let's see if the starter button works. You ready, guys? I think it's gonna work. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I figured it out. Okay, got it. I got it. Okay, let me tell myself in the future, because I'm gonna have to watch this tomorrow and figure out and say, wait, how did I fix it? So the wires coming from the starter button are correct. It's a yellow wire with a red stripe on it, and it's a black wire. And they connect to the same 2 wires that are right in the front right here, and they go all the way to the back. But somewhere in the mix, the black wire is MIA. I have no idea where it's at. So I've got to find it in this wire loom somewhere. It's hiding in here somewhere. The reason why I hooked up this white wire is because they were both connected to the same connector. It was the white or the yellow wire with the red stripe again. It was all the way from the starter button, which is the positive, I believe. And then the negative, which is the black wire, I assumed it had been converted to this white wire. But again, I made a dumb mistake. But I did figure it out. So I just have to locate the black wire. I'm going to draw myself a little picture just to really reinforce it into my brain on what I'm doing whenever I pick this back up. Again, guys, if this is your first time here at Things Garage Live, we are live every single night except for Thursdays. Hang on tight, guys. Try not to fall over. Gizmo had a little bit too much jellyfish juice tonight. All right, let me show you guys what it looks like. Making sure my mic is still working. Okay. So the starter button is right here. Got the wire going down. And let me turn on my flash. There we go. It's got these 2 wires right here. The red, or the yellow, the red stripe, and then the black. And those are going through the loom underneath here. And here's the same wire right here. And this wire right here was attached to it. It was in the same connector, the same little pigtail connector that I cut off. So I assume this was converted to a white wire somewhere in here. I guess it wasn't. So I'm gonna have to find the negative wire, the ground wire in here somewhere, and basically hook it up to the starter relay. The starter relay has these 2 wires. This one is going to up to the starter button, and I just need to find this one right here, which is for the I believe this is for the ground. And this is what I thought it was the right one. It's not. I just got to find it. I'm guessing it's probably going to be in here somewhere. Let's see. Take this off. Got to try and find a new rear shock for this, maybe, if I can find a cheap one. They're not that expensive though. They're like $80, $100 for a new one. So let me see if this wire is in here somewhere. Wonder where that wire ran off to. Oh, maybe it's something to do with.
Download music and podcasts to listen offline or on the go. Enjoy thousands of customized playlists and radio stations. And jam to music when your screen is off.
I'm gonna have to dig into this a little bit more.
There's more to discover with
and figure out where that wire went.
Try 1 month free.
I'm not sure. I could hook it up in theory. Hook up just hook this to a ground, and it would still work. But I don't know. I'd like to figure out where that freaking wire ran off to. It's got to be in here somewhere. This will be easy to take off. I'll just pop this tank off. But it is getting pretty late, guys. Oh, sheep. on the freaking roof. So yeah, I'll be doing that again live. Cooking with motor oil, that's right, William. That's Gizmo's favorite. Whoa, he doesn't like to cook with that motor oil, I'll tell you that much. He loves to cook with motor oil. I mean, Gizmo is actually opening up a restaurant, guys, with Gordon Ramsay. That's why we've been having so many meetings with him lately. He's been having all these meetings with Gordon Ramsay and actually with Simon Cowell. We've had a new kind of little partnership going on with Simon Cowell. He's been talking to us a lot, coaching us a lot on the channel, telling us how to sing better, how to dance better. We actually had a little bit of a contract thing with LL Cool J. He was set up to come to Thanks Garage Live this next Monday, but unfortunately he had to cancel. It was a little bit of a scheduling conflict. I told him, you know, we could reschedule whenever you want. He said that'd be great, just because he's actually got a little bit of a business thing going on with Courtney that day. They're supposed to be going out for a it's for a meeting for it's the newest thing, guys. It's going to be a interactive game where basically you just run around at nighttime with blindfold on, and basically if you get tagged, you're going to have to eat a mystery food. It's going to be at Gizmo's choosing. And basically he has night vision goggles on. He'll be chasing you with a tranquilizer gun, and basically wake up and you're in this room with different kinds of foods. You have to eat them or else you cannot exit the room. You have to sign a contract before you actually sign up for the game show. Sign a contract before you even sign up. So before you sign the initial contract, we have you sign another contract just before signing the first one, because once you see what's on that contract, you're going to want to contact an attorney, and you're going to say, this is ridiculous. I can't believe they're trying to do this on this game show. You can't make people run around greased up, blindfolded at night, trying to catch each other with oven mitts on, the lobster oven mitts. You can't do this. This is unethical. It's not right. But you know what, guys? It's not about what's right. It's about what's entertaining. And it was Courtney's idea. She said, let's do it. I said, okay, we can try it. This is going to kind of interfere with our biscuit business that we were just opening. Me and Courtney here, we're actually opening up a little mom and pop shop biscuit company. It's called Biscuit and Buns. We're just going to be serving just basically all sorts of different kinds of biscuits and buns. That's it. We don't serve any milk. We don't serve any beverages. So it's bring your own beverage, guys. I can't be responsible for everybody's drinks and all that stuff. That's a little too much for me. I'm just going to stick to the biscuits and buns. I mean, it's a good business model. It's a biscuit bun business model. And it's a good one. We've been basically in the black since we started. First year, 150,000 in sales. Gross, we're looking at about $1,200. I mean, we're not doing good on gross. We're basically hemorrhaging money at this point, but I have a lot of faith in biscuits and buns, guys. I mean, it's the new Wetzel's Pretzels. It's the new Chick-fil-A. It's basically the new Costco, if you think about it, for long enough. And I stand behind it. Biscuits and Buns 2026. Me and Courtney, we're getting the cinnamon buns on lockdown, and the Cheddar Bay biscuits are back in stock, guys. We're not going to skip out on the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Red Lobster might, but we don't. Okay? Zoom in on my face, guys. There's a couple guys behind the camera. Zoom in on my face. We don't skip out on the cheddar. Okay, they didn't zoom in. They're not paying attention. They're back there eating carne asada fries. Unreal. The boom mic operator has been slipping up too. Frank, you need to step it up, buddy. I saw this mic in frame about 4 times today. It was getting Getting a little bit out of hand. And that's a lot coming from me, saying that something is out of hand. Saying that it's going a little too far. Frank is he's just losing it. He's losing that magic touch, folks. Let me move these little motorized objects back into the abyss. All right. That's what I do all the time when you guys aren't here. I just sit on the bikes and I imagine I'm riding them. I make all the sound effects too. But I gotta keep it down with the sound effects right now. Oh gosh. That'd be a good specimen. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got my daughter a microscope today. And we looked at an ant. I found a dead ant. And it was pretty freaking cool. We looked at the ant. I was looking at the different segments on its abdomen. And stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. All right, see you later, William. Have a good night, buddy. I'll see you on the next one, maybe. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put this motor oil away. Positive news on the SR150. It will be done tomorrow. I think it'll be done tomorrow. I'll probably clean out the car one more time. And might deliver it tomorrow. Who knows? Not sure yet. Let me get this music back on. Uh-oh. Whoa, that was crazy. Okay, let me move Tommy Boy real quick and Gizmo into the garage. This is the other project that I've been working on, guys. Let me move this camera. Actually, I'll leave it right here so you can see. This is the SR150 scooter. The little Mad Max scooter. In case you guys haven't seen it, these are... Oh, it doesn't have the battery in there. I guess I'll leave it out. But yeah, got these brake lights installed on this little toolbox, a little jerry can, and this will be worked on next after the SR150 is complete. We'll start working on this again, a little toolbox. I'll be making a couple of bungs for this part right here to hold up the seat pan, and then I'll start constructing the seat pan on here. I'll start making the seat fan, then I'll make the seat, then I'll make the handlebars with this little Honda Ruckus riser adapter like that. And then I'll probably put another jerry can on there, like this one. But I might trim it to be like significantly smaller. It might be like half of this size, or maybe like this, maybe a third of the size. But yeah, let me set this up. I'll show you guys what it'll look like, hopefully. I think it looks pretty cool like that. I'll have this one. Maybe I won't have it even with it. It might be a little bit lower, like this. And I might cut it so it's like thinner, like this. Maybe like cut a section out of it, so sink it in a little bit more. And also trim some off the bottom, so it'll just be like a real small one. That is, if I can't find one that will fit. If making one will look better, which I think it might just make one, like just a little custom saddlebag for it. I like the idea of using this jerry can, but I don't want it to look like saddlebags, like a standard. If I put it, like even with it like this, it's too fat. The bike becomes way too fat. And I don't want to do that. And it's too big on the back. I'd rather have one and then have a thinner one like this and have it be on one side. This will also have maybe a small sissy bar on it or something like that. I'm not 100% certain yet. I'm letting the scooter tell me what it wants. Put the keys back. Alright. Put this in away real quick. Put my bike covers on it.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
This is the only thing I have right now.
First up, let's talk about AI color schemes. You can get any combos you want. Bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section of things. This is great for those website essentials, like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text screen, I got some products that need description. So I type in some keywords, and there it is. Sick. I've got copy that way.
There went an owl. You
now,
guys see that?
let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high-quality image in seconds.
She's watching you guys. She's checking her list.
If you need to tweak something,
she checks it 3 times.
Just brush it over.
She thinks that Santa is a little bit underprepared
I
at
may not be an
times.
artist, but that's art. If you're ready to build something you love, head to Wix.
No thanks. No thanks.
Great.
The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small.
Sorry guys, let me put my jacket on real quick. I'm freaking freezing my freaking eyeballs off. Literally freezing my eyes off right now. Haven't done that in a while. Guys, if it is your first time here at Fang's Garage, I do go live pretty much every night, except for Thursdays. We'll be working on the SR150 dirt bike tomorrow. We'll be working on the GY6 scooter tomorrow. We'll be working on ourselves tomorrow. We'll be working on our communication skills tomorrow. We'll be working on everything that you've wanted to work on. Any of your wildest dreams, we're going to be working on them. We're going to be making them come true, guys. I've got my eye on you, and so does Courtney. Of course, Tom here has been a little bit of a trooper. We ran out of bagel bites earlier tonight. I said, what are we gonna have for dinner? Tom said, hey, you know what, I'll go out, I'll go get us something. He went out and got the bagel bites, and everything was good. Dinner was saved. We had bagel bites and some macaroni and cheese, guys. It was a nutritious meal, to say the least. Guys, we actually have a little bit of a special occasion tonight. We are going to be going out and taking helicopter lessons, helicopter flying lessons, guys. A little bit of a surprise for the crew. We're going to be jumping out of a helicopter tonight, doing a little bit of rappelling, a little bit of a night mission, and Tom here loves it. He loves to jump out of helicopters, guys. We'll be live again tomorrow, 9:30 Pacific. We'll be working on the scooters. We'll be here with Tommy Boy, Courtney, Gizmo, the whole crew, Fang's Garage. Don't get too weird without us, guys. We got a helicopter to fly. See you tomorrow. Yeah, let's go.